transfer window is already opened up, and we got 2 league matches today. Hopefully we'll get some players in. Already signed one guy, but let's get into it. Before we get into the player that we have signed, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I will go over the schedule before we get into today's matches and the players that we signed, the transfer news. So we last left off against the Stoke match. We lost against Swansea, played really poorly defensively. Our offense played really good in this match. Just defensively, we didn't close them down any. We beat Rotherham the last time we played them 2-0, beat Preston 4-1, beat Birmingham, or lost to Birmingham 0-1. They came out and beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-1, and then we lost to Norwich. This was a really good game. I feel like we had a good chance to win it. We just wasn't able to pull it out. We lost that one though, 2-3. So that's a little bit disappointing. In today's episode though, we got Rotherham again and Bournemouth in the league. Bournemouth I think is sitting number 1. Yeah, they're number 1. We're number 3. So it should be a fun little matchup. Where's Rotherham at? They're a little bit lower down the league, but we are playing top of the league, so it should be a fun episode. We did sign one player with the money that we got in from Waggy. I'm really excited about this kid. I think he's going to be a good player for us. I brought him in somewhere. I didn't know who that was. I just wanted to see who that was. We brought in Ryan Wintle from Crew. Spent a little bit of money on him, more than I wanted to, but I think it's just a good move for us because he's a really good central midfielder for us. He can play in all the roles that we need him to. He's a 3.5-star player, 4-star potential. He can play as a deep line playmaker. He can be a box-to-box. He can be a Mazzala on support. He's not really good at attacking, but he can play that role. And he can play in the defensive midfield, which is huge for us. That's what we really need to help out Christian Bielik a little bit. So expect him to be an important player for us. He was looking really good at Crew this year. 22 games, 7.24 rating. So I'm excited about this kid. I think he's going to be a really good player for us. I don't know if I've got my lineup set. I don't have my lineup set, I don't think. We'll look at it real quick, see if I'm happy with it. Nope, don't have the lineup set. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I think this is what we're going to look at with the squad on today's first match. Go ahead and change that back. We do have a little bit of injury news. Nathan Burns still banged up. Tom Lawrence got injured. I don't know if that happened in the last episode or not. Christian Bielik's out with a little bit of a cold, so he's not playing in this match. We got in goal Marshall, a back 4 of Mingy, Edmondson, Clark, Forsyth. Defensive midfield is going to be Bird. Then we got Knight and Sheeny. Left-hand side, we got Nabele. On the right-hand side, we got Uziak. Up top, we got Chasm Richards. Ryan Wintle was going to be on the bench in this match. Hopefully, we're going to get him in. So, yeah, let's get into this match. I'm excited about no more than 5 Cologne players, and we've... Okay, that's why... Never mind. Okay, Asare. Now we go and get into the match. Let's go. There's a transfer offer for one of our players. And it's a pretty sizable offer. I think if he takes I took the deal. If he takes the contract, possibly could bring in 2 players. And obviously, I think we'll need to look at the striker position and a center back. If that happens, I'm more than likely going to cancel out, what's his name? Lee Gregory's loan, and probably cancel out Patrick Roberts' loan. Patrick Roberts is taking up like 8% of our wage budget, so that's if he takes the deal and we can get somebody in for him. Not sure how that's going to work out. It's a player I don't want to lose, but it's one of the players that we can lose and make a little bit of money off of instead of like these guys like we've sold like Waggy and what's his face, the George Edmondson gets his 2nd goal of the season, assist by Matt Clark, and I can't think of his name, Andre Wisdom. So it'll help us out a little bit to get rid of that guy, to give us a little bit of wage budget or transfer budget that we can actually spend instead of it just being like just a little pieces here and there. Another player we did sell, probably noticed this in the squad. We sold Curtis Davies. He wanted to leave. I didn't have no plan on using him, so we sold him. It was really cheap though, so it wasn't going to be like a it wasn't going to help us out at any point. Got another chance here. Dembele gets it over to Matt Clark. Third goal of the season for him. 2-0 for us now. Looking pretty good out there. Dembele's getting tired. We may end up having to take him off a little bit earlier than what we would like to, but he gets an assist on this play. Puts us up 2-0. Looking pretty good from set pieces. Both of the goals coming from him in today's match. Lee Buchanan, I think. Why didn't I start Lee Buchanan? He's still hurt? Am I crazy? I think he's all right. Guess I wanted to play Craig Forsyth. Yeah. Saying a lot in this episode. Pumping the fist. Nope. Outstretching the arms. I want to be able to pump the fist on all the positive things, but I'm not able to. All right, so we're going to let Dembele stay out there a little bit longer. See if he can hang with it. Looks like he can't. We're going to take him off already. Might go ahead and make a second change as well. I'm thinking about taking Shinny out for Wintle, letting Wintle get out there and play. Oh, Dembele's actually hurt. I didn't see that. Jordan Ibe's going to come in, play on that left-hand side for us. I can never remember what foot he actually is. I want to click him. Okay, that's all right. We'll leave him as an inside forward. I think Shinny's going to come out for Wintle here, like I said. We want to put him as a box-to-box. We'll put him as a box-to-box as well. Let those two guys run around a little bit. I'm really excited about Ryan Wintle. I think he's going to be a good addition to the team. It looks like Matt Clark's picked up an injury as well. I wish that would have happened sooner rather than like now. I'm going to go ahead and make that change because he's a big part of our defense. Mingy's going to go inside, and we're going to bring in Jordan Brown on that right-hand side. Jordan Brown's been playing a little bit for us here lately. He hasn't done anything wrong, but he hasn't done anything like great either. He's not ready to be on the first team, but we need that position filled at the backup right back. Mingy's kind of been our backup right back, but Jordan Brown has played a little bit for us. Looks like Rotherham's trying to attack right here. Edmondson's not going to try to close us down, it doesn't look like. He does force him outside. Shot is wide or narrow. I don't know what you would call that. He misses the shot, is what I'm trying to say. Looks like Mingy's picked up a slight injury. Can people stop getting hurt? Looks like he's okay, though. He doesn't have the little medical symbol above his head. I'll take you off if you have the medical symbol, but if you just got a bruise, you're going to keep playing. Like a gashed upper leg. Okay. Oh, he's bleeding all over the place. All right, first match up. Good result. 2-0. How did Wintle do in that match? Did he do anything like productive? Wintle. Where are you, buddy? Nope. There you are. Put a 6.8 in a relatively short roll, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I think we're going to be back with the next matchup in a second. So we just got some transfer money. We have sold the player I was referring to earlier. Kind of hurts me to see him go because he is one of my favorite players in real life, but I think it's the right move for us to do now. So as you can see, we got $3.59 million in the transfer budget with $1 million in the payroll. So we can bring in two players, maybe one really good player. Not 100% sure what we want to do with that yet, but it was Graham Shinny. We sold him to Kansas City for 2.9. Can eventually get up to 3.6. Like I said, I just think it was the right move for us to make. We swapped him out basically for Wintle. Wintle's a little bit younger, and I think can potentially be better than what Shinny is right now. So, like I said, maybe if we can bring in one or two players for him, I think that's the right move to make. I was looking at a couple players, like, where was they? I looked at this guy right here, this Van Aken guy from Sheffield Wednesday. He's a pretty big lad, 6'4", pretty good center back, 3-star. I do think he's a little bit better than 3-star, really. I think he's a pretty good player. He's putting out a 6.98 for them right now in the league, so we're happy with that. There was one other guy that I had scouted that I had thought about bringing in, but we would spend a decent amount of this to get him. Looking at what we actually have in the transfer budget, we could do it. This guy right here, this John Sauter, 3.5-star center back, 24 years old, not as good in the air as Van Aken. I kind of want to compare the two, but he looks like a really good player that we can potentially bring in. I would like to bring in a striker, but I'm not sold on, or not 100%. Hey, we need one right now. I think our inside forwards are doing a good enough job, and I hadn't really found anybody. I hadn't really looked for anybody, to be honest with you, that we could bring in for up top. See, like this guy right here, I like him just looking at his small stuff, but he's more of a left-hand side guy. I've been able to find the inside forward, just hadn't been able to find a really good striker yet. But we got the matchup against Bournemouth. We are limping into this matchup. Craig Forsyth is even having to play inside a little bit. We've got injuries to George Edmondson, Matt Clark. Dembele's out for a couple of weeks. He's out 3 weeks. Bielik's still out for 5 days. So we're limping in at the center back position. We do have our wing. That is a loud vehicle outside. I don't know if you could hear that. We got our wing backs back in the matchup, so that's going to be good news. But yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be able to do in this match. I would like to play Wintle, but apparently he's tired. So as frustrating as that is, he's not going to be in the lineup today and probably won't actually play any either. So we're giving him a little bit of a break. I might send him on vacation after this match until the next match and get him back good to go. But I think this is the squad that we're going to have to play with. In goal, we've got Marshall, a back four of Byrne, Mingy, Forsyth, and Buchanan. Defensive midfield is going to be Bird. We got Knight and Sibley in the midfield. We got Ibe on the right-hand side. We got Lawrence on the left-hand side. And we got Chasm Richards up top, as always. Yeah, I don't know what to expect out of this match. I don't think we're going to do too hot with how banged up we are. Pump the Fist. Apparently we'll top the standings if we win this match. Didn't know that. I want to go ahead and do something else, though, because I think this team is a lot better than us. We have really struggled with the teams that got relegated last year. So we hadn't been able to beat them. It's like we shouldn't be where we're at in the standings. We're not that good. We don't need to go up this year. If we go up, we're going to go immediately right back down. Poor attempt, really, right there. That was a kind of an odd little highlight. Lawrence with a free kick here. He's looking for somebody. Can't find him, or he can find him. It just goes over the top of the goal. I think that was Mingy that got a head on that. Just couldn't finish it. Bird here with a free or corner kick. Hey, Chasm Richard gets his 11th goal of the season, assist by Max Bird. That puts us up 1-0. Probably topping the standings right now. I said I really don't think we need to go up this year, though. It's like I'm really happy because I know like the money that we get will really help out the squad. But man, it's going to be a kick right in the dick for a season. I mean, I don't think we have any Premier League level players right now. I mean, you could make a case for Jason Knight and Max Bird eventually getting there, but they're not there yet. You know, we'll have to loan a lot of players in and rebuild the squad a little bit. Bournemouth, it's going down to 10 men, so I think we've got this match won at this point. I think we go a little bit more positive, or not attacking, a little bit more positive now that they're down to 10 men. Wow, I was not expecting, yeah, we're sitting top of the table. 53 points. Hey, I'm happy about it. I mean, we'll go up and we'll give it a shot. I mean, it's pretty late in the season too. You know, we're in the middle of the transfer window, so got a couple more months left of the season. Obviously, we'll go back down. I don't think we'll maintain this lead. Wow, interesting first half. I just realized how short of a match that first one was. I watched the playback of it, and it was like 5 minutes. Happy with how we're going out there, guys. Good job. Going down to 10 men is probably the best thing that could happen to us with the defense that we've got right now with Forsyth and Mingy. I've liked Mingy a lot better in Football Manager than I have in real life. Not going to lie about that. I think he's played really good for us this year. He's a player that I wouldn't mind bringing back in on loan. I wouldn't mind bringing him back in on loan or bringing Matt Clark back in on loan. I do like how Mingy's a little bit more versatile. He can play on that right-hand side for us. But I think we're up 2-0. Jordan Ibe, 7th goal of the season for him, assist by Max Bird. Yeah, I think obviously Matt Clark's a little bit more. Matt Clark is better than him. I don't know why I skipped that. I actually wanted to watch it. We're going to go ahead and make a change here if I can click the right button. I think I clicked it twice, actually. Max Bird going to come off for Beningame. He's coming in. He hasn't played much this year, mainly because just of the loan rules that we've got. Patrick Roberts is kind of grumpy on right now, so what I think we're going to do is we're going to move Jordan Ibe over here as the inside forward. Tom Lawrence hadn't been looking good in this match. He's coming off for Patrick Roberts. And I say we roll with that for a little bit. We're going to try to keep Wintle off the pitch. The next sub I might make is actually the one to bring in Jack Stratton to make his debut this season. He's one of our youth prospects. Looks really good. Just hadn't had the opportunity to really play him. Or hadn't been forced to play him. And this is the first time I think we actually got a really good chance of getting him in there and getting some game time on him. Next year, we'll take another look at players like Louis Watson. We'll look at Archie Brown again, Jack Stratton. Maybe there's another guy that I want to pay attention to, but I can't think of his name right now. He's the striker we got from Liverpool. What is his name? His first name's Tom. Anyways, we'll have a look at him too. See if any of those guys can make the jump up to the next level, be on the first team. Louis Sibley gets a goal. It's 3-0. His 5th of the season. I think that said the assist was by Nathan Byrne. Let's watch this highlight. Didn't actually see it. So it actually wants to take Jason Knight off. I'm not going to do that because I want to get Jack Stratton on the pitch. Byrne plays a pass in. Pretty nice pass to Sibley. Sibley goes back and gathers it up to get the shot in. Yeah, it's time for Jack Stratton to make his debut. Coming in on that left-hand side. One of the players we're excited about for the future. I'm going to have to look at that Tom kid's name. We've won this match 3-0, though. I'm really shocked at the result of this. Obviously, them going down to 10 men had a large factor in it, but I thought that we... Hold that thought. Okay. I thought we would have given up a goal at some point during this match, but surprisingly, we didn't. This episode, I don't know what happened with that. Did we just not have a lot of highlights in that last match? Because it was only 5 minutes according to Streamlabs when I got done recording it. I kind of skimmed through it to see if anything had happened. It didn't look like nothing had happened. We're going to outstretch the arms. Well done, fellas. That was a good result for us. We're going to look at that Tom kid's name. That's bothering me. Not vision. Apparently I failed that. I thought it was the 3rd round. Click the right buttons. Tom. Bobby Duncan. That's who I was thinking of. Bobby Duncan. Where the heck did I get Tom from? We'll take a look at him as well next year. See if he... There's all kind of stuff going outside. I got kids outside the apartment screaming. There's ambulances going off. It's kind of hectic out there right now. But that was a good result right there. I'm happy with that. Apparently the refereeing was weak. All right there, Vladimir. Settle down, big fella. Sitting up top. It is nice, isn't it? If you enjoyed that video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know how I am doing, and thank you guys for watching.